How to make sock donuts.
Okay, I decorated the donuts, but you're not going to see that in this. This is just a long, drawn out version of how you do these. So, let's make a mess. As you can see, you need scissors, socks, Brillo pads, glue gun, glue sticks, paintbrush, paint. Those extra little utensils are for decorating. And some of the stuff you don't even need, like that and that and that you definitely don't need. And those you kind of don't need. And, all that paint, you don't need it. Anyway, now that we have what we need and got rid of the rest of the stuff, let's move on. Now you have to take your Brillo pads and cut out the center. You can just stick some scissors in there and go round and round and round and round. Like, this actually would be a nice little project for kids, except for the cutting and the making them. Let's be for real. The whole making them part is something that an adult has to do. You can make these and then let the kids decorate them. That would be fun. Especially if you just want to let them, be a kid and make a mess. I mean, I like making a mess. So. And putting it together is a little bit easier. You don't make as much of a mess as you do when you decorate. Like, the decorating is all the painting and all that. Just honestly, I'd rather use puffy paint, but I didn't have puffy paint, so I'm just going to show you in the next video how you can do it with regular paint, and it still comes out okay. But honestly, I really enjoy the puffy paint. I'll probably do a video when I do it with puffy paint and not with what's the name, but there's kind of like I have like using hot glue is kind of a workaround for the puffy paint, but it's not. So it's kind of like, if you can get some puffy paint, get some puffy paint. If you can't, hot glue works fine too. But anyway, I'm going off topic. You're supposed to be cutting out the center of these Brillo pad thingies. I like the little colorful ones. I mean, those wire ones, could you imagine like trying to cut the center out of it? You'd be all scratched up and stuff. I ain't got time. But yeah, I like these little colorful ones. At first, when I got them, how they're making everything small nowadays, I thought that it was smaller, but it actually, these donuts for some reason turn out to be a little bit bigger than the last ones. And it might be because of how I made them, or maybe because I used thicker socks this time. Yeah. But yeah. On the last one, you just stick them scissors in there and you cut around and around and around. I think I was trying to, let you see it a little bit better, but it's not really something that I can honestly show you. You kind of got to get in there and do the cutting. And don't be afraid if you cut it too wide, because that's literally something that you can fix when you go to put the sock on. So yeah, let me just throw my mess over to the side because, yep, that's what happens. Anyway, on to the next part. Line all my little sponges up because I just felt like I needed to do that. It's nothing important. But yeah, time for the socks. If you use ankle socks, you don't really have to cut the ankle part off. But I use thicker socks that I found in the Dollar Tree this time, so I can have nice thicker donuts, and they'll be fluffy, not like how I had those other ones. Like, some socks are flat, but these ones from Dollar Tree are kind of fluffy. But anyway, I just take it, I cut off the tip, and I cut off the other side because it was just too wriggly. And it's kind of like a handsy type thing. You can put it on your hand like I just did and stick it in there. And I mean, that's drastic, but I like to do over the necessary amount of things that should be done. But yeah. And you take it and you pull it back through. But make sure when you do that, see, it depends on how you want your sock. If you want your sock to be like really fluffy, then, do it inside out. But if you want it to just be a regular old type of donutish type situation, do it, do it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The right way, like you would put on a sock. I don't know why I can't say it right, but you know what I mean. If you don't, It honestly doesn't matter, I don't think. But anyway, once you get done the one, you can go ahead and do the next one. See, I was going to speed this up, but I had already sped it up in the video before this, the quick one. And I figure if I do it a couple times, it'll make it not so annoying for somebody who wants to put some of these together. And I really think it's just a fun craft to do for if you have some time to kill, or, you know, you need some craft therapy because life is hard. Then yeah, sit down and make you some donuts. Like, I got those pack of Brillo things from the Dollar Tree. I got those socks from the Dollar Tree. And you know, Dollar Tree is $1.25 now, so it's not really. But yeah, so like, yeah. And if you don't have hot glue, you don't really have to glue the donuts. Like the last time I did it, I didn't glue the donuts. But this time I think it was just a little bit better with them being glued on the inside. But again, you don't have to. You can just do like I'm doing and wrap them around. But yeah, being a perfectionist, obviously I went back to check that last one to see if it was rounded, which made no sense because I'm going to go ahead and glue it. Yeah. And then I did it again, cut off that ankle part, which again, if you have ankle socks, it would be easier. But I probably would cut the ankle off that too. Who knows? But yeah, you go ahead and cut the tip off. I don't know what happened there, but I got distracted. Yeah, go ahead and cut the tip off and get that hand in there, or get that. Yeah, see, that way is a little bit better, but I think I really got lost when I started going in there. It's a hand thing. Like it's something to really get your hands on and move around. I already want to get some more so I can turn them into donuts. I don't know why I like making these. It's just different. But the kids love playing with them, so that's a quick toy too. Like once you glue it, like if you do like I said in the other video, and instead of using white socks, you can find brown socks. You could do that too, and it's a nice little toy. Not toy, was it a toy? I don't know if I was out. I mean, once you glue it, it kind of could be a toy because it really is just a scrubber, so it's not like, yeah, something crazy. And it's soft. You can't even feel the scrubber through it if you got thick enough socks, which you can find thick enough socks at Dollar Tree, honestly. But yeah, this honestly would be fun for kids if you have old socks, like old socks that they aren't used anymore. I don't know. I mean, obviously clean, of course, but yeah. And yep, so that's the last one that you see me over here wrapping. Yeah. Again, I was going to speed it up, but then I was like, yeah, you can sit and see me wrap all of them. I like the wrapping process. It's real different. And then, like I said, you can glue that extra part and call it a day. Time to move on to decorating. Let's make a mess.